Well, hi guys, I'm Lit.
I'm Coco.
So this week we're actually considered Chattanooga, Tennessee, but we're
Yeah,
actually in Rossville, Georgia. It's about half a mile south of the Tennessee-Georgia line.
right.
And we are here staying at, so we're here at the Holiday Travel Park of Chattanooga. So technically we're actually in Rossville, Georgia. So we're about half a mile south of the Georgia-Tennessee line. So we booked 2 weeks here.
Right.
One of the main perks that we booked was actually the swimming pool. As you can see, it's a really nice swimming pool, goes up to 5 feet. Um, they have a laundry room and restrooms outside. So we're going to go ahead and tell you a little story about the swimming pool. So the swimming pool, unfortunately, was closed for the season.
Right.
There's nothing showing on their website that they have a seasonal pool. They just mentioned their swimming pool. And for us, we are in the beginning part of September.
And it was like 95 degrees, I think, when we got
95,
here.
yeah, 100 degrees on a few days. And unfortunately, it was closed.
Yeah.
And normally when a park has a seasonal swimming pool, they also have seasonal rates because you don't get to use the amenities. Unfortunately, this place does not have seasonal rates. It is the same rate for everything.
Right.
So how much did we pay?
For 2 weeks, it was $672, which
So
is pretty high for, I mean,
for a park that really has no amenities open to you.
right. So it was really disappointing because even though, yeah, the pool's not even covered yet, but they told us they closed at Labor Day, which we were out, longer.
Correct. So we were a little disappointed. This park actually itself, is, as you can read, is actually on a battlefield
Civil War.
for the from the Civil War battlefield.
Yeah. Which is
So
kind of cool. But
yeah, which is very interesting. So they have a couple of the old replica
yeah, they have a
cannons here.
dog park over here.
They do. They have the store and office. So in there you've got some general RV supplies. You have ice,
Laundry.
soda, the laundry facility, kind of stuff like that, but real kind of basic. Um, Over here we do have a play area and a dog park, which I guess would have been nice if we had a dog or kids,
Whatever.
but thank the baby Jesus we don't.
And then we have the little cabins over here, which
Yep.
is kind of nice.
Yeah, so the park itself, there's actually a lot of well-established trees, so you do get a lot of shade. We'll tell you the story of our tree when we get back to the camper. They also offer firewood for sale, ice for sale,
Propane.
and the propane services. So if you need to get a refill on your propane tanks, you should be good to go. Like Coco said, we actually have 2 cabins that you can rent. So they got the bed, the bathroom, kind of the basic amenities, along with air conditioning. The only thing is you must supply your own bedding. So I guess if you are kind of local, it's easy to do. If you're traveling from out of state, I guess maybe if you were here for long enough, you could stop off at a Walmart and buy some bedding.
But they, lost my train of thought.
You're fine. So then they also have what they call the sleep shacks. So the sleep shacks are basically a bed in a shed.
Bed in the shed.
Bed in the shed.
But that's what I was gonna say. So I didn't really find out the price of those.
Yeah.
Or anything, just because.
Yeah, but the bed in the shed, they have no bathrooms, no running water, no AC. So in essence, bed in the shed.
Right.
So, but that one, do they provide the bedding? Do you know?
I don't think they provide bedding.
No.
What I read online, I don't think they provide any bedding at all. But it is pretty. I mean, you can see all of the little wooded area, super pretty area. What I didn't care for though is the sites. They're really close together, in my opinion.
They are. They are. There, as you can kind of see, you've got. I think it's like 4 feet of grass in between
Right.
each
So you're really
site.
close to your neighbor. Um,
But they do have a fire pit ring.
yeah.
They also have picnic table in each site.
Again, full hookup, of course, which is great. It is nice and shady in areas, but we did have issues with our tree that we're at. We'll show you when we get there.
So we have a pine tree that is directly over our camper. There is enough room for me to put the awning out, which is nice. Unfortunately, the pine tree itself does give off a lot of pine needles,
Right. So
small
it's just
branches.
a mess.
So every morning we kind of wake up and have to dust the chairs off due to them being full of the pine needles.
Right, and then they have this area over here, which is for tents too, which is kind of nice, little tent area. We're gonna come up around it in a
Well, do you
second.
want to take a walk to the
The little monument thing.
monument?
Yeah, I'll show you where it's at.
So, but yeah, so and then our tree, unfortunately, there was a whole ton of caterpillars kind of hatching out.
Yeah.
Luckily for
Ants.
luckily for us, they're the twig caterpillars.
This way.
So
Oh, no,
they
this way.
actually look a lot like twigs, like
Well,
little inchworms.
And then again, the no-see-ums were here, which really bit up my feet this time as well.
Yeah, for me, I had no issues with them, thank goodness. I think maybe I'm immune.
Yeah,
I think
super pretty
yeah,
though here. Look at all this little area, but the Civil War battlefield was here, so this is the little monument that,
that they have erected for the battlefield.
yeah,
I like to say erected.
I know. See, it's just right here.
Yeah.
What does it say? 84th?
84th Volunteer Infantry occupied this spot September 19th, 1863.
Yeah. Go back this way. So yeah, so in my opinion, I wasn't super happy with the sites. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What would you give this place as a...
Well, due to the swimming pool being closed down,
Right.
which is super early for the season.
It is super early. It's
here
so
in
hot.
Georgia. They normally stay open if they are seasonal pools for at least another month.
Right.
Or right after the
Right,
first cold
It
snap.
would have been really nice to have that online before we booked because we were excited. Here's the little tent area I wanted to show. In these back areas is the little tent back here, honey.
Yep. So the areas over here is just dry camping.
Yeah.
The areas over here you actually have electricity for your tents. So
yeah.
for kind of
So it's
anything
nice.
to kind of plug in.
And then we noticed too in the back area they do have, it looks like people that are stationary there long term, it looked like.
Yep.
We didn't know what the rates are there. Again, their website's not great for information. I think you have to call mostly. Again, sad about the pool. I'm sad about the sites being so close together. Oh, and then we didn't mention about the racetrack.
Oh, yes.
So
there's actually a speedway
yeah.
as the crow flies about a quarter mile away from here.
Yeah.
So every Friday night.
And Saturday.
Well, the Friday nights it would kind of go till about midnight.
Right, sometimes 1 o'clock.
So sitting outside or even inside the camper, you would hear them. And it's kind of like a Bandamere, it's like a quarter-mile stretch. So you just hear them constantly going. About every 3-5 minutes.
So that was unfortunate as well.
And then Saturday nights they have race times, but those were normally done by 9-10 o'clock. So
what would you rate then, this place? I'm giving it a 2. Maybe. That's lucky. I mean,
yeah, maybe a 5 out of 10.
So this is our site here.
So like I said,
you can see
This is our little kind of
But
like
look, show how
pine tree.
close we are to our
Yeah,
neighbor.
so this is literally our
Super close.
space. We are allowed to be able to put the awning out, which is nice enough. But this is the state of our chairs every morning,
And
constantly.
this stuff gets tracked into your camper
Yeah.
all the time.
All the time. So, but like I said, they have the little inch worm kind of deals. Luckily, we're not in the site next to us. So these sites, they have the different trees, and I don't know if you can see
Ooh, those look like
the
bugs.
webbed stuff, but those are actually the caterpillar nests.
Oh,
And those caterpillars are the hairy caterpillars, which are actually poisonous to touch
nice.
or come in contact with. So, as a whole, I don't know, maybe, yeah, like I said, 5, 6 out of 10.
I was giving it a 2.
I know
That's
you was.
generous. I don't know. I mean, other than it being pretty, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And it had full hookups, but
Yeah, and
loud.
For Verizon, we have service, but it's not.
It's a little spotty.
It's not as strong. Yeah, it is very
Yeah.
spotty.
Go back to us.
So, guys, like I mentioned, we were actually here for about 2 weeks.
Right.
And we didn't get a lot of footage kind of in the beginning. We actually did a lot of entertaining and meeting friends.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of really good friends that actually moved from Colorado out to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So the first weekend we were here, we were fortunate to have our good friends, Casey and Chris, come spend time with us. So Casey and Chris have been out here in Tennessee for about 10 years. I used to work with Casey many years ago when I did plainclothes undercover work. Absolute amazing time.
Yes, it was so nice.
Yeah, we got absolutely zero footage because once again, you know what? When we're entertaining with friends and family, I don't want to stop the conversations that we're having to try to get some video and kind of stuff like that. So for us, it's our time.
Right,
it's not the YouTube time.
It was just nice to catch up with them. We haven't seen them in a long time. Loved it. So it was really nice to see Casey and Chris. It was super nice. I was actually having a hard time when we first got to Chattanooga just because I was missing friends and family. So it was super nice to catch up with them. It made me feel a little closer to home, I guess. It was really nice. They came and we hung out, went to dinner, went to lunch, and then came back and grilled with them. It was so great to see them again. We didn't take any photos. We should have taken some photos, but we were so caught up in the moment and enjoying ourselves. Next time, I know we're gonna
see them again. Hopefully next year.
Yeah. So it was great to see them. Loved every minute of it.
Yep, loved hanging out. We just sat around the camper. I grilled some steaks.
Yeah.
We drank quite an abundance of beer and alcohol, which of course is unusual for me.
Right.
But we enjoyed it.
It was a great time for sure. So we got to see them, and then we booked a trip to see the Southern Belle. It's a big boat on the Tennessee River. It's close by here, probably 10 minutes from here.
Yeah, about 10, 15-minute drive. So it's right on the Tennessee River.
Yeah, called the Southern Belle.
Yeah. So it's very similar to the old paddle boat boats, but this one doesn't have the rear paddle on it. But it's still a 3-story boat. We just did the regular standard tour. We didn't do any of the food add-ons or the VIP service or kind of anything like that.
I think it cost us like $30 a ticket.
I think so, somewhere around there.
And it's about 2.5 hours. We did the sunset tour, so that was nice. We ate at the little restaurant.
It's actually an hour and a half.
Oh, it was an hour and a half. And then we ate a place called, it was a burger place.
Correct.
Really good food. Prices were good. Drinks were inexpensive as well. And then we took the little tour and then got off the boat. And there was a live band that played on the boat. It was really cool. It was definitely worth it. I mean,
you got to see some sights up and down the Tennessee River.
Pretty, really pretty. And that was it on one of the days. And then followed after that, we actually met up with some other friends that moved to Tennessee here.
Wayne and Kathy. Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. Yeah, it was so good. They recommended we meet at a place called Scotty's on the river. Yeah, and it was beautiful. Again, we didn't get any footage with them. We were enjoying their company.
Yeah.
Again, it was so nice to see again familiar faces from home. Loved it so much. We probably spent, I think, 3 or 4 hours there. Right?
Yep. Hugging a table right on the waterfront on the outside deck
ever, and we loved it. And again, we'll probably come back through. When we come back through, we'll probably see them again.
Absolutely.
So it was wonderful for sure. And then after that, what did we do?
After that, we kind of just bummed around.
Yeah.
So Saturday night.
On one of the days, yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost a gentleman who I consider
Yeah.
a good friend. He's an Elks member, Bob Sharp. Love you, buddy. Unfortunately, he did pass. Bob is one of the most amazing guys. He's Elks member. Love him.
In Colorado.
In Colorado. So of course we had to go find an Elks.
Yeah.
We had actually so we had Googled and they had the Elks in Chattanooga, so it's Elks number 91.
Yeah.
So to go there, of course, you need to be an Elks member. It's not open to the general public. So we went there Friday night. Correction. We went there Saturday night. We had a few beers, quite a few. We did lift it there and lift it back. This Elks Lodge happens to have an outdoor little tiki area.
Right.
They also have a swimming pool.
Right, outdoor swimming pool.
And hot tub there.
So nice. Wow.
The bar itself was a nice size. Staff, once again, super friendly. Nice menu to pick from. I had the ribeye sandwich.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they had good food there as well. Nice. Of course, if you're an elk member, you know that all elks are always so nice, and it was great to see it. We haven't really had a chance to go to an elks.
Yep.
On our travels.
We toasted our friend Bob.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice. It kind of once again made you feel a little bit like home.
So that was fun too. Yeah.
And then, thankfully for us, Trisha's actual blood sister, Nanny-O, flew out with her husband Rich.
Yeah.
So they flew out late Friday. Is when they got here. So Friday we hung out, we ate burgers, drank some beer. Saturday morning they had to get up to go to University of Tennessee.
Yeah, to see their niece.
To see their niece at her sorority. And,
right.
So they had family time on Saturday. They spent the night in Knoxville Saturday night. Sunday afternoon they drove back.
Yeah.
And they were both supposed to fly out Sunday night.
Yeah.
Luckily for us, once again, Nanny-O, she extended her trip and changed her flight to Tuesday afternoon.
Right.
So we got to spend an extra day with Coco's sister.
Yeah, so it was great. So we decided to plan like a whole fun-filled day. So we got to, we planned a fun-filled day on the Monday that she was here. We went to Rock City, which was an awesome place.
We figured it was going to be another tourist trap, expensive, and not worth the time or the dime.
Right.
But this place, it was $25 a person, which is reasonable for a supposed tourist trap.
Right.
And we didn't have much expectations. We read a lot of stuff online that people were like, it's just okay. Nothing special.
But it was the best. I think
it was
one of the best places we've been in all the states we've traveled through and all the touristy things we've done. I think it was the best. And so it's basically a rock formation. It's called on Lookout Mountain on the Georgia side, close to Chattanooga. So maybe 15 minutes from where we're located. And then kind of explains how it was.
So it used to be a home back in the late 1800s.
Right.
The people that owned the home started converting some of the rocks into
like a garden
and fun places, and gnomes and then fairies and
Right.
kind of stuff like that. I believe it was for their children and
Right. It was
grandchildren.
family owned, is what I
Yep.
was reading.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was just a private residence, private area, and they kind of built this up. Well, it got open to the public in the 1920s,
Yeah.
and they've been kind of adding on to it ever since.
Oh my gosh. So you'll see the footage that we have. It's just amazing. So many beautiful areas. There's a big waterfall there.
Yeah, they have one that was what called Fat Man Gap or something like that. So this fat man almost got stuck,
Yeah.
but we managed to get
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
So then, as you kind of halfway through, you're actually up on the very, very top of the mountain. So on top of the mountain, there's a place called Lover's Leap where reportedly it was where two people had kind of eloped and then got in trouble.
Well,
and
their
then
families didn't like it. It's almost like a Romeo and Juliet scenario. And then they both leaped to their death because their families weren't. Anyway, so that's called Lover's Leap.
So,
and then there's another area at the very top,
which is right by Lover's Leap, is what I was saying.
Oh.
So it's right by Lover's Leap, and it's actually where you can see 7 different states from the entire location.
Right.
So going from the left, of course, you have Tennessee. I don't remember all the other ones.
Right, I don't either. But you see, we have footage of it.
Yeah, we have footage. So, like I said, from the left to the right, it's like every 30 degrees or so, there's an arrow, and it points to how many miles the additional states are away.
Right. Really cool, though, once you get up to the top, there's a restaurant, a lot of gift shops, alcohol. You can get alcohol up there.
So like Coco said, there was a restaurant, place where you can get soda, a gift shop, etc. So they actually served alcohol up there. So I had a sour beer. It was called Neon Sour, and that was the most refreshing drink after hiking all the way up there.
I mean, and to the hike, it's not really. I mean, it's an easy hike too. We might mention anybody can really do it, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So I wanted to mention that.
Except wheelchairs. I would say I think there's a wheelchair accessible area that will get you up there, but you won't be able to make it all the way through if you're on some sort of walker or something along those lines.
And it wasn't too steep, but I'd recommend tennis shoes for sure, and definitely.
Yeah. And what drink did your sister have? Do you remember?
I think she had a sangria. Wasn't it sangria?
Yeah, it was like sangria with tequila, some Sprite, some juices.
She liked that.
And she said that was refreshing. So.
What was really cool is in the gift shop, so she loves these things called, what are they called? Those little machines.
It's like a giftomat or something.
Anyway, she's traveled all over the place getting these, and crazy enough, they're hard to find. Anyway, there was one at the top here, and it was amazing. She was so excited.
So these giftomats, they're the old cigarette machines. And what they are is artists will
Artomat. They're called
Artomat.
Artomat.
So these artists will go ahead and make a piece of jewelry, a piece of art, or something along those lines. They have to be able to fit in a box that would be the size of a cigarette box.
Right.
So you go in, it's $5. You put your token in, and then you get to pull whichever one you get, and you get kind of a random from that particular artist.
They have a ton of those in Vegas.
And at the Cosmo.
At the Cosmo, and other places in Vegas, but around the United States. But anyway, the odds of us finding one, and because she loves these so much, was so exciting. So we'll put some footage up. She was so excited. But the whole gift area, even for like a touristy place, the gift shop was so cool. Like I couldn't have been happier. You? Yeah. It was so fun.
So then kind of after that halfway point, actually at the halfway point, they actually have like a sluicing box.
Yeah.
So because you know me, I'll try anything to see if it's worth it or not.
Right.
So they actually have a bag of sand and supposedly like crystals and arrowheads and shark teeth and whatnot in this bag of sand. And I don't know, the bag's about this big. It was $30, which Coco thought was a little expensive. Luckily, Nanny-O was on my side, so we got to outvote her. So I purchased the bag, and then they have a little sluice trough where, you tip everything in.
Like you're mining,
the little sluice tray, and you dip it underwater, and you get. I actually got a ton of crystals. I got an arrowhead. I got some 3 shark's teeth. But one of the crystals was actually about this big.
Yeah, what we're gonna do with them is beyond me, but
Hey, you know what? I will have a crystal garden at one of these RV sites, and one of you lucky people will be able to stay there and see the crystal garden.
yeah.
So, but I figured, you know what? Let's see if it's worth it. For
Right.
other tourists that want to go there, is it worth it? Absolutely. I
Yeah.
would say yes.
Yeah, he liked it.
I did.
And
I
then
did. I'm a kid at heart.
And then once you finish, it continues.
Yep.
The whole trail continues for more the rock formations, and then you get to this little ferry.
Yeah, it's like a fairy garden.
Fairy garden, and they have all of the what was it, the like nursery rhymes set up in there. It was so cute. Yeah.
And it's all kind of in a black light, neon paint. They got different hidden gnomes throughout, so you got to kind of look for the gnomes.
And they play music throughout, which is really cool. I mean, the whole thing was entertaining from beginning until end.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. Hands down,
the best.
My favorite
yes.
tourist trap, minus country bars and anything to do with country music, because of, you know, of course, country music is my number 1, but this would be my number 2.
Oh my gosh, hands down, you got to see it. Rock City. It's Lookout Mountain, Georgia. So just on this, close to Chattanooga.
Yep, just south of the Tennessee Georgia line again.
Yeah, it's the best thing you can see, for sure. And then I think during the certain times of the year they do lights up there too.
So in November they pretty much have lights on everything.
Yeah, and
so
I think
it's kind of like a Christmassy type thing.
But I think they're doing something for Halloween coming up too, because it looked like they were getting ready to start something like that. Great. Then you come down. Then after you finish the whole thing, I would say it was an hour.
No, we were there way longer.
I know we were there longer, but how long would it take you to get through it? Maybe because you take so many pictures and
I don't know, hour and a half. Because I think we were there for a total of
2 hours,
2.5 hours, maybe something like that.
I mean, we just enjoyed ourselves really. But if we didn't try any food there, but it looked like they had a lot of food. But once you got down to the bottom, there was more super cool
gift
shops again. Lots of cool gift shops, and then there's also a
fudge factory.
A fudge factory, yeah.
I was hoping to see some fudge get packed, but they only cut it.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, we watched them make some fudge. That was super cool too. What else is there? I mean, other than all of the
they also had the Georgia winery that you could do some wine tasting there.
Yeah.
We were actually planning on going to the Georgia winery.
So we didn't stop it, but you can do like a tasting there
wine
too.
Tasting there.
So then after that,
we drove to, because here in Chattanooga they actually make
moon pies.
Yes.
Moon pies. So cool. So again, this is right up my sister's alley. She loves this kind of stuff, and so when I told her about it, you can't do tours. I looked into it. You can't do tours of the factory, but there's a big general store downtown Chattanooga. So of course we went there and you get all kinds of flavors of moon pies. Cool.
For you pumpkin lovers, they actually now have a pumpkin spice moon pie. I'm not a big fan of pumpkin, so.
But it was so cool to see that. And then once we were downtown Chattanooga, I saw there was a cupcake thing, and again, if you know my sister, this is her thing.
Her jam.
She loves it. So we went over to the little cupcake place. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. The name of the cupcake place was Cupcake Kitchen.
Yep.
Great cupcakes. Holy cow! There was a million different kinds.
Of cupcakes.
Yeah.
And they had different pastries as well. So of course we had to purchase some because, as you can tell, I'm super skinny. So we enjoyed the cupcakes later on.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Yeah, so then after that, we then drove to Georgia Winery.
Yes.
And we got to sample 5 different wines.
Free. You got to do a free sampling for 5.
Yep. So we did that after we did our sampling. We actually got a bottle to split between the 3 of us. So we sat out in the patio doing that.
Lit and Coco's Adventures. Here we are at Georgia Winery, and hey, I finally made it to the YouTube video. Cheers!
Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers.
Then we discovered they actually allow you to go pick grapes
My
off the
God.
vines. So for
Oh,
12 bucks, you get a
God.
bucket. There's a bag in the bucket. They tell you which vines you can go to, and you go around and you pick grapes. So this is something, once again, that Nanny-O really wanted to do,
Yeah.
so we did it. So we actually filled the bucket. So we got like maybe 12 pounds of grapes.
Oh my God. I don't know what we're going to do with grapes. She
no.
couldn't take them back with her.
Well, I tried putting them in
Oh.
a suitcase, but we figured they would turn into grape juice by the time she got back. So
Oh my God. I don't
we
know what we're
will
going
eat
to do.
as many as we can, and then we'll feed the animals.
I don't know. Yeah, but it was a fun experience because, I mean,
That's
yeah,
Nanny-O for
that's
you.
Nanny for sure. She
Yeah.
wants to do stuff like that, and it was a good experience. It was fun. It
It
was really
it
fun.
was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Then right after that, after we
Uh-huh.
did the winery, we had saw on the highway that Buc-ee's T-shirt I'm wearing. Buc-ee's is a convenience store. If nobody,
But it's actually a gas station.
it's a gas station. Yeah. And it's in the South. We've heard about them before.
Yeah. So when we were in Texas,
Yeah.
because it's a Texas chain. So yeah, so when we were in Amarillo, we actually Googled to see where the nearest Buc-ee's was.
Mm-hmm.
And for us from Amarillo, I think it was what 200 miles or something
Yeah, it was
crazy
too far.
like that.
It was
so
too far.
we wasn't going to drive that, so we figured we lost our shot at finding Buc-ee's on
Yeah.
this trip. Well, this one, it happened to be 40 miles away from the winery,
Yeah.
which sounds far, and it's actually en route to where we're traveling to next. But I didn't want to load up the camper and then stop there with a huge camper just to try it out. Plus, Nanny-O wanted to see
Yeah,
it.
she's never been. It's like a once in a lifetime place because they're not everywhere.
Yeah.
So we were super excited. So we drove. It was 30 minutes. So we drove the 30 minutes basically to Buc-ee's, and it's an experience for sure. You have to. I mean, it's almost like a Walmart. I mean, they have
Yeah.
everything. They have
They have-
bedding
yeah.
and
Camping, coolers, clothes.
decorative stuff.
Yeah, home's goods,
Yeah.
cooking stuff. They also make their own sandwiches.
Yeah.
Um,
And I had heard that, yeah, that their brisket, you have to try their brisket. So we got sandwiches there. We got, I mean, they're just known for
yeah,
like their
beef
little
jerky,
they're known for so many things too. If you ever Google them and see
beaver nuggets.
beaver nuggets, which are like, it's like popcorn, caramel popcorn or something. I mean, it was good. It was definitely an experience. You have to check it out if you're ever near a Buc-ee's because
Yes.
it's, and then, I mean, the gas station, I mean, how many pumps do you
There's,
think? Hundreds.
yeah, close to 100 pumps.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
I don't know.
so
We spent a
fun.
good 45
I don't
minutes
know.
inside Buc-ee's.
Yeah, again,
And you figure it's a gas station. How can you spend 45 minutes? But
yeah.
it's humongous. Well worth the
Yeah.
experience. For you Colorado folk, we hear there is plans
One
on
coming
having
there.
one being built
Yeah.
in Colorado.
Yeah, we don't know when, but they are hard to find.
Yeah.
I mean, in different areas. So for sure, we're excited. But it was a great trip with my sister. It was so nice having her here for sure.
Yeah.
But this whole trip was, I mean, for me in Chattanooga, I mean, it was a great trip. But more importantly, I think is we got to see so many people.
Yes.
We got to see family and friends,
friends,
and it
yep.
was just such a great. I needed it. It was an uplifting thing since I was missing home so much. Super good trip.
And what Coco doesn't realize is this is our home. So there is no more
I
Colorado
know.
home.
But we're from home. We're from Colorado. So anyway, it was good for me. It was good for my soul, and it was
Yeah.
a good time
It
for
was.
sure.
It was. So overall,
Yeah.
Chattanooga, love the city.
Yeah.
Lots of fun things to do. Really didn't see any crime.
Yeah.
Not much homeless, or if there was, they kind of keep themselves to themselves. Just a fun city.
Yeah, really pretty here.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
didn't find any country western bars.
No.
So hopefully the next place we go, hopefully we
Yeah.
can find one or two there.
Yeah.
But we did manage to get our drink on. We got our friends on, so we just had a fun time.
Yeah, again, mostly just family and friends. It was super
Yep. So
great.
Chattanooga, yes, I would come back. Absolutely. This park, chances are
We
no.
wouldn't stay here again.
No. like I said, it is what it is. We had power, we had water, we had sewage, so I guess those are your basic amenities.
Right.
Um,
But for the price, it wasn't.
no,
It was
no,
definitely something
no. They should have had an off-season price when the pool's closed, because
Right.
that's what
It was
most places
pricey
do.
for what we.
Yeah,
So
pretty much no amenities that we could use.
yeah.
Because there's not a workout room, there's nothing else. So
Yeah.
so park, I say 5 out of 10. You say 2 out of 10.
I said 2 out of 10 for the park.
Yeah.
Chattanooga, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Teaching all our
9 out of 10. For the city, our friends, 12 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're amazing people.
Again, Casey, Chris, shout out to Casey and Chris, shout out to Wayne and Kathy,
Yep.
and of course my
Nanny-O and Rich.
My sister and Rich, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you everybody for coming to visit us and seeing us on our travels. We loved it so much. My sister's going to be so excited because she wanted to make it on the video. So
yeah. She made it.
She made it.
We made it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, guys, next time we're
Yeah.
actually traveling further south into the middle of Georgia.
Yes.
So, please stay tuned
Yes.
for our next 2 weeks adventure. We are watching the Hurricane Ian,
Yes.
because there's chances are it may make it up that way. So fingers crossed that it doesn't.
No, hopefully we just get a little rain.
Yep, we can deal with that. So until next time, guys,
Mm-hmm.
thank you very much. Don't forget, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's free to do.
Yes.
Just click the subscribe button.
Yes.
After you subscribe, go ahead and click that bell notification. That way you get notified of our newest videos as they get uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
Also, leave us a comment, what you liked, what you didn't like.
Any recommendations?
Yep,
whatever.
recommendations.
Yeah.
So, any way you think we should check out further south in Georgia. And like I said, we're going to be kind of in the middle of Georgia. We're not going to let you know what city yet. But yeah, let us know if there's anything that you know of that we should check out while we're there. We'll be there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So until next time, guys, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.